Back out on the streets. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Last time we began the 4th episode of the Great Ace Attorney and found ourselves with a new case. One of our fellow countrymen from Japan is in jail, not for murder, but for assault. And now we're investigating in order to prove his innocence. Last time we were actually out on the streets doing some investigating. We met Inspector Gregson, and we got to meet Iris Wilson, the little girl we saw at the end of the last episode, and at Sherlock Holmes' estate. And now we're trying to go find him out here somewhere. It looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. Perfect. So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yes, and let's see if he'll take a break from his shit. And look at that silver tip Iris gave us for him. Oh yeah, there's that too. Here. We're totally not bribing you. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? Oh, what was my voice for him? Oh yeah.
I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to a pair of foreign gadabouts, that's for sure.
We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson.
What? For me? For her ladyship?
Her ladyship?
Give that here. I want. Come on, hand it over. That's for me.
Don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? What was that coin exactly?
This is a crown, obviously. It's not more than that. It's a appearance fee, that's what it is.
An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean...
That's right. For the Avengers Sherlock Holmes. The ladyship always offers me a little financial reward for featuring me. Every time.
Yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly.
Of course, using my name without my say-so does mean the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still.
I am sorry, Inspector. That must be difficult for you.
Never you mind that. So, what do you want to know then, eh?
Sorry?
Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know?
Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, we'd very much like to know the address of Mr. Natsume's lodgings.
Ah, the little knife-wielding, mustache Japanese fellow. He's in a right old oval, just over there, look. On the first floor of that house on the corner, with that rack of bicycles propped up.
That is nearby indeed.
If I remember rightly, the landlord is a Mr. John Gerardub. Right, well, if you see her again, make sure you give her ladyship my regards, you hear? Well, I mean it. You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes.
Don't worry, Inspector, we will. What is with the her ladyship?
Goodbye for now, and long live her ladyship.
He seems to speak very highly of Iris Wilson. Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left. Yes. So then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsume's lodgings? Definitely. Well, let's go then. This is awfully swanky for a Japanese man just staying a year. Oh, hello. May I help you? That's gonna be good enough for her. Oh yes, would this be the residence of Mr. John Gerardub? I don't know how... Gerardub? I don't know. I feel like that should be... I wonder if that's backwards. Bed... I don't know.
Indeed it would, sir. And who may I say is calling?
My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Oh, I had to look this up. I got this mostly right. It should be Mr. Soseki Natsume. I believe he takes lodgings here? Mm-hmm. And we would very much like to ask him some questions about our client.
One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garrett.
Did you see that, Mrs. Otto? That was a real-life English maid. I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society employs a number of household staff. But that was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better. It certainly feels like we've really arrived now, doesn't it? We need only to meet a butler, and the experience will be complete. Well, I'm not sure if I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment.
I thank you for waiting. Mr. Garrett will see you now. This way.
There he is. With his crescent-shaped head. Let's have a look around. Let's see. He's got a whole cannon here. Yeah, that's a full-size cannon. What's it doing in here? Oh my, it's real. I thought it might be a replica. Oh. The only voice I can think for him is just Gregson's voice.
That old thing? Bah, it's little more than a toy.
Sorry?
The army was selling it off when I retired, so I decided to give it a new home. You never know when the enemy might attack next. It's really useful to have cannon about the house.
Really? It isn't overkill?
Be prepared, I always say. You never know what this twisted world is going to throw at you next, boy.
Hopefully it's still there in... I don't know what year this takes place. A few decades. How about that? Might want to use it then. Do you think there may be trouble brewing, Mr. Garrett?
Of course it is. They're Joan here. Never fails to have a clean apron in reserve. Drives them over the barrel, you see. They dry very well on the cannon there, Joan tells me. Which rather proves my full point, I feel.
It's been reduced to a drying rack. No wonder the huge cannon looks like it's hanging its head in shame. This must be your military uniform. That uniform looks fairly ancient, doesn't it? It's clearly been well looked after, though.
That old thing? Pah, not much better than rags, really.
Oh?
Well, that ceremonial garb of my retirement bash, you know. But I'm not one for dwelling on the past, me. I've gladly thrown it out, but you know how it is. Anyway, doesn't hurt to have the odd piece of memorabilia lying around, does it?
Oh, I see. Perhaps we should leave the past in the past. And I'm guessing this is your medal. That was like a medal of honor, and it's showcased in a very grand banner. Yes, it's displayed with some pride, I would say. Although it bothers me that it's not straight.
What? That old thing?
Sorry?
I should be glad to see the back of it. The general will turn in his grave if I have disposed of it. The wall's the best place for it. Keeps the badly thing out of my way.
So it's just been polished to shine by accident, I suppose. There appears to be an inscription on the medal itself. Look. Let me see. It says, for distinguished participation. So a very fancy participation trophy, basically. Sounds like the kind of honors even I could be in line for.
Well, one doesn't like to blow one's own trumpet. But I was given that for my time in the army. Can't measure an officer by the number of medals to his name, of course. Common knowledge in military circles.
And what happened here? Look at that enormous screen. It must have been put there deliberately, surely. Yes, it certainly seems like someone's trying to hide something from view. What could be behind it, I wonder? I'm going to have a very quick look. Just a little peek. Ahem, ahem. So that's not going to happen. Maybe let's not, Mrs. Otto. I think the maid's going to head us off with a cup of tea.
Ahem, ahem.
Let's see. Well, it's like a mess over here. Look at this crockery on display here. It's rather unusual, isn't it? Oh my, a genuine London dresser. Isn't it delightful? Although the shelves seem to be broken, and the crockery is... Oh dear, it's in pieces. It really is. The word cracked wouldn't do that chinaware justice. Ah, I wonder. Perhaps the cannon was fired at it. Yes, probably something like that. But let's not delve too deeply here. I think if the cannon was fired right there, you wouldn't even have a wall, let alone just some cracked chinaware. Dessert area. Oh look! What a wonderful collection of cakes lined up on that gleaming silver cake stand. Lined up? It's more like someone has half demolished them to me. Afternoon tea is a time of indulgence, you know. It is quite the English way. It's Mr. Garrett's custom to take 2 cakes with his tea. That sounds delightful. Oh, wait a minute, though. There are at least 10 cakes on this cake stand. Well, naturally, and it would never do to waste the leftovers. So whatever Mr. Garrett doesn't eat, I say to myself, Joan, you shall have to tidy up. How magnanimous of you. There's like a little thing right here. I don't know what that's about. Well, now let's talk to them. Or we'll examine them.
Good day to you, John Garrett, at your service.
Pleased to meet you, sir. This is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. He's a defense lawyer.
You excuse me not getting up. Took a shot to the knee a few years back in the battle. Maiwand? I don't know. Don't you know? Earned a medal for my pains. I had to withdraw from service. Handing over the reins to the up-and-comings.
So he's a retired soldier.
It's a hell of a job getting up and downstairs now, I can tell you. Don't get out too much, as you can imagine.
Yes, it's quite a climb up here to the 2nd floor, isn't it? I was panting at the top of the stairs. Excuse me. You really must take more exercise, Mr. Naruhodo. Do you think so? Well, Mr. Garrett, no doubt you were very courageous to earn yourself a medal.
No, it was nothing. The medal's just a folderol, really.
I don't know what that word means.
Wouldn't like to offend the general, though, so I grudgingly displayed it on the wall. I don't you fetch you down, Joan. Let these good people see you properly. Joan, fetch the... Ah! Dash off, woman, be careful!
Oh, dearie me, I do beg your pardon, sir.
You jolly nearly took the skin off my hands.
I should be more careful, sir.
So anyway, there you have it. Living the quiet life now.
Yes. I see.
Now then, I heard you want to know about the chap lodging downstairs, is that right?
Yes, we would be very grateful if you could answer some questions for us.
Only too pleased, naturally, especially if it helps to keep the peace here in Blighty. We forged an alliance with the Empire of Japan recently, as I'm sure you're aware. So this case is very much in the public eye, as it were.
Oh, is it?
You had some famous detective poking around, you know, in this old house, would you believe?
Yes, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Could have been. Didn't catch the chap's name. I really my cup of tea. All that detective business.
Oh, but you have a copy of Rent's magazine here, so...
No.
Anyway, the chap's investigating the floor in his room as we speak. So he's in Soseki-san's room.
It's a valley nuisance is what it is. The whole neighborhood's twitching its curtains now. I don't like all this fuss. It's truly unsettling.
So, tell us more about him. About Mr. Natsume then, Mr. Garrett. Please do tell us.
Oh yes, the Japanese chap. Only been lodging here for a week.
Oh, just 1 week? So he moved in very recently then.
I have 2 lodges most of the time, on the ground floor, and one just below us.
The first floor room became available a week ago, you see.
Ah!
You gotta, like... Girl, you gotta have your eyes open when you pour the tea.
That's all, Joan. Be careful. Do be careful.
Oh, my goodness, I'm terribly sorry, sir. If you want to know my opinion, I thought he was shady sort from the moment I set eyes on him. Oh, why? He seemed to have a most nervous disposition, always shaking and always looking over his shoulder. The man had shady written all across his sweat-soaked brow, if you ask me. I said to myself, Joan, that man has trouble. Sooner or later, he's going to do something untoward. And I'm rarely wrong about anything. We won't be calling this maid as a witness, that's for sure. Is there anything else that struck you as suspicious about the man at all? Yes, oh yes, indeed there was. And she's dying to tell us. Well, what are you waiting for? Do tell us more. Had you noticed anything else at all about your lodger, Mr. Natsume? Oh my word, yes, the man was shadier than an orchid. Could you elaborate? Well, take the man's room. Absolutely stuffed full of books it is. More than anyone could ever read. And never so much as passes the time of day with another living soul. I haven't seen a single visitor call. He just trots off to that old bookshop every day, and comes back at 5 to light the gas fire. And the funny little man is up long past the time everyone else in the house has gone to bed too. Oh, I see. The gentleman on the ground floor goes to bed around 9 each night. But I've never known that Japanese fellow to retire at any earlier than 2 in the morning. Ah. Could you clarify something, I wonder? Well, pray. How do you know so much about Mr. Natsume's routine? Yeah! How do you know so much? Oh! I understood that neither of the lodgers live on this floor of the house, is that correct?
That's right. Yes, they're both below us. The floor's floor, street level.
Then, how is it that you know so much about the lives of your lodgers? The precise times they come back in the evening, for example. Even the times they go to bed.
Good grief, Joe! Be more careful, woman!
How do you have tea left in there? In that teapot, I wonder. Oh my goodness, sir. I'm terribly sorry, sir. Something doesn't add up here. Yeah, it seems like they don't want to be forthcoming about that information. So tell us about the incident and what you know, please. It seems that the incident took place at around 5 in the evening. Did you happen to look out of the window at around that time?
The window?
Yes, we noticed that the window over there looks out over Briar Road. The incident took place on the pavement just on the far side of the street. Was there anyone suspicious loitering nearby?
Well, cook is dinner time in the Garden household, so I'm afraid I don't remember seeing anything. How about you, Joan?
No, sir. It would have been dusk outside already at that hour. And with the fog as well, I should think it would have been quite impossible to see the other side of the road. Oh, I see. Well, that doesn't help us. Or, in a way, maybe it does. Who knows? Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary then?
Such as?
Anything at all, even if it seems unrelated.
Well...
Yes? Was there something then?
Well, nothing particularly significant, but around that sort of time in here...
And once again,
for the love of God, Joan, watch what you're doing!
Oh, dearie me, what have I done? I'm awfully sorry, sir.
Do be more careful, woman.
Of course, sir. If I may, Mr. Narrow Hollow... Oh, yes? I have an exceedingly good memory, as far as I remember. Nothing of any significance took place here at that hour. Nothing at all. That's some phrasing. took place here. Interesting. Oh, really? Mr. Garrett? The way you were talking before, it sounded rather like there might have been.
Oh well, as I was saying, it's just a trifling matter really. Nothing of... Joan Dashadol, what is the matter with you, woman?
Begging your pardon, sir. Nothing happened. Oh, you're hiding something. Oh, she's hiding something. That's suspicious. Now she's doing that on purpose. Pouring the tea and scalding his hands before he can actually say something.
Yes, quite.
Nothing happened. We sat down to a quite uneventful meal. Joan? That's right, Mr. Garrett. What is the matter with these two? It sounds like something happened here in this room on the evening of the incident. But what? I wish I knew. Well, tell us more about Mr. Natsume's room, then. If you want to tell us what happened in here. Could you tell us which floor Mr. Natsume's room is on?
Why, certainly. This floor is on the first floor.
And Mr. Holmes is investigating there, even as we speak?
Yes, told me Mr. Knotz's name had asked him to look into the matter, so I gave him the key.
Mr. Natsume has engaged Mr. Holmes' services? That's a blatant lie. Would it be alright if we also had a look around? In Mr. Natsume's room, I mean.
Don't see why not. It's just down one flight of stairs.
Who knows if we'll find anything that could help us with the case, but we have to try. We need all the clues we can lay our hands on, shall we? Yes, and while we're there, we can speak to Mr. Holmes again. Perhaps he'll be able to tell us more. Well, let's go then. Alright. What's it look like? Okay, it's very, very messy in here. Kitty. But yeah, it is very messy in here. Like, where are you supposed to sleep? Is there even room for a bed? What? Just look at this place. And smell it. It's so musty in here. I suppose it's the mountain of old books that are responsible for that. I don't think I've ever seen so many books in all my life. So you've clearly never been to a library. No, me neither. It's so dark in here, too. Is that the window over there? Well, it was the window, I think, yes. Once upon a time. But for some reason, it's been closed up with bricks and mortar. So this is where Mr. Natsume lives. By the way, I haven't spotted Mr. Holmes anywhere, have you? No, that's true, but according to what Mr. Garrett told us, the great detective should be around here somewhere investigating. Let's see. Kitty. Pet the kitty. Well, never mind, off he goes. Oh my, what an adorable little cat. Perhaps he's looking after all the books while his master is away. I don't know about that. He disappeared into that pile of books as quick as a flash. It was a tricolor... What? I'm gonna say Mike. Wasn't it? Do they even have that sort of cat here in Great Britain? Perhaps Mr. Natsume brought the little creature with him from Japan. That's made me feel homesick now. Already? We've only been in the country for 2 days. But you've been on a boat for like, what, 40? Yeah, I imagine I can't decide if I want to call him Ryunosuke or Naruhodo. But either way, he would be homesick. After that long of time. That desk seems to be wedged into a crevasse between the mountains of books on either side. I suppose Mr. Natsume would sit there and read while stroking his cat. But surrounded on all sides by these towering old tomes, surely he dreamt of books every night as well. Yes, he must have done. Mustn't he? Oh, what's this? It's a receipt from a second-hand bookshop. Your books. Oh yes, Mr. Natsume's name is on it. Look, and the date of the purchase. 2 days ago at 4:45 p.m. That's the day of the incident. Ooh, evidence. That's just a short while before he was embroiled in the terrible attack. He must have been on his way back from buying some old books. Well, we'll take a look at that then. Here, let's get a closer look. Oh, that's it. Okay. Guess we can examine what was the window. Could you even call this a window? I think so. It was a window at one time, after all. Although all that remains is a frame around some bricks now. So really it's just a wall then, isn't it? But why would anyone deliberately brick it up like that? I'm afraid I have no idea. That's Miss Natsume painted the brick design on in... Oh. Let me try that again. Maybe Mr. Natsume painted the brick design on in a fit of whimsy. Ugh, that's alarmingly feasible. Anyway, whatever the reason, the lack of ventilation here makes the place very oppressive. It does. I imagine being cooped up in a room like this would be extremely trying. Yeah, get like no AC, basically. Although that wouldn't have existed at this time anyway. Oh, hi, there you are. Look, Mr. Naruhodo. Aha, there he is. Where did he appear from? He seems to be engrossed in the pages of an old book. I hope he won't mind if we disturb him. Hello, Mr. Holmes. I'm gonna have to remember my voice for him. You two. Good day. Now, let me see. Where was it that we met? Oh, Mr. Holmes, we were together on the SS Buria. Yes, of course, the Buria. Let me see. What happened on that voyage? It was Cosmo Asaki. He died, tragically. But you were a great help to us. Yes, but of course, the case of Mr. Asaki. It was the one with the snake, wasn't it? Oh. Well, you seem to remember something of it, at least. What an honor to be remembered vaguely by the great Sherlock Holmes. This is Mr. No, my dear madam, hold your tongue. I pride myself in my superior powers of recollection. Your names are safely recorded in my brain attic. Miss Naruhodo and Mr. Susato. I mean, you remember that those are the names, but you got them wrong as to who has them. Try the other way around, Mr. Holmes. I lose the first round. In truth, I had hoped to invite you both to my Baker Street suite the day we arrived in London. But some stolen yarders ambushed me at the railway station and whisked me away to a crime scene. It was an entirely trivial case, of course. I saw the matter in no more than 30 minutes. So they apprehended Soseki-san in that short an amount of time? I'm afraid the pursuance of a new case has dulled my recollection of past involvements a little. A little? It is a mistake to think that one's brain attic has elastic walls and can distend to any extent. I do my best to forget useless facts, lest they should elbow out the useful ones. Yes, those are my own words of an inimitable wisdom, you know, from an adventure entitled A Study in Scarlet. Please, there's no need to quote yourself. I don't always remember my pearls of wisdom, but fortunately my associate pins them beautifully. He means Iris, I suppose. Mr. Holmes, we have some extremely important questions to ask you about the trivial case you just mentioned. Ugh, God. Goodness, what an earnest expression. My dear madam, I should be only too pleased. And this murky room is an apt place to discuss the murky case. Well then, tell us about why he got arrested. We know this to be the lodgings of a Japanese foreign student by the name of Soseki Natsume. It seems that you assisted in his arrest, Mr. Holmes, for the stabbing of a young woman outside here on Briar Road. Natsume, Yes, I believe it was her name, rather along those lines. But Mr. Natsume denies it. Was it really justifiable to arrest him on so little? I'm sorry, Mrs. Otto, but I have not the slightest idea what you mean. What? I can't believe he was looking Susato-san squarely in the eye while feigning ignorance. I assure you, I'm not merely feigning ignorance. It would appear as if the pair of you are under some misapprehension. Oh? How? I assure you I have no recollection of accusing your stupid compatriot of the crime. But that doesn't make sense. The good detective Scotland Yard made the following request of me, and I quote verbatim. We need you to ascertain the identity and whereabouts of a man seen fleeing the crime scene. Ah, a man seen fleeing. There were a number of books scattered on the pavement at the scene. From the book plates, I was quickly able to determine the bookshop from which they had been purchased. On speaking with the proprietor, I was immediately led to this address. Elementary, wouldn't you say? I believe there is a receipt around here somewhere from the establishment in question. So you don't think Mr. Natsume is the culprit then? That I could not tell you. But it was aggravating my faculties, hence why I returned here. However, this place is such a trove of fascinating books, I found myself quite lost in bibliophilia? Okay. Do not be deceived into believing that I'm a man of leisure. No, no. Oh dear. Okay, what are your thoughts on the landlord? Because frankly, I think he and the maid are hiding something. So, have you encountered the landlord of these lodgings? Yes, Mr. Geradeb. A retired military man. It was the first time I ever met a soldier from the great British institution that is the services. And it was the first time I've ever met a maid from the great British institution that is the service. I didn't think it was that funny. I do apologize. As you may well be aware, many households in London employ a maid. Yes, I read as much in my Great Britain primer. And so conversely, whether or not the household employs a maid has come to betoken the social standing of those dwelling therein. Betoken the social Sorry? Put simply, my dear fellow, those who employ at least a single maid are considered middle class. Those who do not are beneath that. In the upper echelons of society, of course, households employ enough staff to constitute a large family. Goodness, how extraordinary! As you can appreciate, for those on the precarious boundary between the middle and lower classes, being able to afford just one maid is of the first importance. I had no idea. And it's for precisely that reason that I find great stimulation in the situation upstairs. Specifically, in the retired army veteran, Mr. John Geradeb. Oh? Affable as he is, the fellow is hiding something. Oh, dude, you don't say. Him and the maid. They're both hiding something very clearly. She definitely is. Whether or not to impose on the circumstances of the case, I am as yet unable to ascertain. I'm thoroughly lost on what he means to say. Tell us about the room. No, I am yawning too much. Can't help it. This room is thoroughly suffocating for the soul, my dear fellow. I assure you, any man whose lot is to dwell in a place such as this will stab somebody sooner or later. Okay, that's presumptuous. Miss Natsume has stabbed no one. Ah, but sooner or later, as I said. I don't believe that's the issue here. About this dark little room, Mr. Holmes. Why is there no longer a window? Do you have any idea? No window? Well, I mean, I can clearly say that there is a window of sorts. But it's been completely blocked with bricks. Ah, I see. Ugh, God. Ugh. Good Christ. How many times have I yawned in this episode? Ah, I see. The answer to that question is quite simple. Window tax. Oh, yeah, I've heard about this. Window tax? What is that? Surely not a tax on windows. Precisely that. Oh my goodness. Until relatively recently, a tax was levied on households in this country by the number of their windows. Those of lesser means, having inherited a sizable and costly family home perhaps, rapidly closed windows up. While the rich opened windows here, there, and everywhere, in an effort to curry favor with those in power by furnishing them with large sums of tax money. How awful and unjust, forcing people to live in rooms devoid of light. Indeed, disease was rife as a result. So some 40 years ago or thereabouts, the window tax was abolished. But its legacy remains, as you can see, and squalid lodgings such as these, for example. I suppose Mr. Natsume's stipend for living here in London isn't very generous, perhaps. It would appear so. I've done a little digging, and discovered that these lodgings were offered an extraordinarily low price. Because the room is so awful, I should think. Apparently that's not him. Apparently Mr. Natsume only moved in here about 1 week ago. Yes, that's correct. However, I don't believe the low rent is explained by the shabby nature of the accommodation. No? So there's of little relevance here. A matter not worthy of further attention. Are you sure? I'm curious now. Who knows? Maybe I'll come back again later. I don't know. No, I believe I've told you all I can now. Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Was it not your intention to become a practitioner of law? You remember that, did you? Will you perhaps be offering your services in this very matter, I wonder? To the occupant of this room, Mr. Natsume, was it? I'm not sure. Not sure? On what grounds? Well, I actually defended someone in court here only yesterday. Really? Well, then I congratulate you, sir, on an ambition realized, and so promptly, too. The thing is, this really made me question things. Am I right to believe in my clients? To trust in their innocence? Yes, he's kind of already going through kind of a similar character arc that Phoenix Wright did. But, like, way faster. Yes, trust. And Mr. Holmes, Miss Natsume didn't do it, did he? My dear fellow, I haven't the first idea. Oh, but I thought that's why you were here. Didn't you come back to investigate? Yes, that was indeed my initial intention. But there are simply too many fascinating books here. I couldn't possibly ignore them. Oh, I see. Nevertheless, there are two facts that I can say quite unequivocally. The man who fled the scene of the crime 2 days ago was the Japanese occupant of this room, and there are witnesses who swear to having seen the same man commit the crime. That is all I can say. One more thing. Oh, what is it, Mr. Holmes? Tell us. Sorry. I cannot say with any certainty whether or not it is of relevance to this case, but I am quite sure that the retired army man who owns this property is hiding something. Yeah, I was sure of that too. Mr. Garrett is... Mr. Holmes said as much before, actually, didn't he? Anyway, at present, that is really all that plays in my mind in relation to this case. Mr. Naruhodo, yes, our investigations have uncovered nothing that could help establish Mr. Natsume's innocence. No, you're right. Perhaps it's time we probed a little deeper into Mr. Garrett's secret. Just remember, I cannot be sure whether the landlord's secret will prove to be of relevance or not. But I wish you every success, of course, Mr. Naruhodo. A busy man indeed. He's gone back to his book in the corner of the room. Is there anything else we can examine? I guess there's all these books. Look at all those books stacked up there. They almost reach the ceiling. They're all works of English literature, and they all smell so musty. With this volumes of books to hand, you'd never be short of reading material, would you? No, what a dreamy idea. A bad dream, maybe. For me, at least. Mind you, I don't imagine the book that's at the bottom of the pile now will ever be read again. Ah, so reading it is an experience that comes but once in a lifetime, just as the tea ceremony teaches us. I certainly didn't expect the conversation to turn down the path of tea ceremony philosophy, whatever that is. Well, that's it. Well, let's go back to Mr. Garrett's place.